What's up, guys, and welcome to the channel. My name is Gabriel and I am a producer and filmmaker here at madclclubmedia. This has honestly been long overdue. I have been planning and scheduling and trying to make this happen for such a long time, and I'm finally happy. As the first video of the YouTube channel, I definitely felt like it was fitting for us to take you back to one of our favorite projects that we did this past summer with our good friends over at Johnny Cuba.
Alright guys, camera speeds.
Without further ado, I want to jump right into this project, talk to you a little bit about the pre-production, the production, take you some behind the scenes, show you a little bit about what it was like to be on set, and really just give you an inside look of what it is to be inside of a commercial for a beer brand. So before we get into the pre-production of this project, I did want to give a little bit of background on how we actually landed this project. So we have been good friends with Johnny Cuba for some time now. Ever since they started the brand, we've been shooting some content for them, for social media, for events. And over the past summer, they actually came to us saying, hey, we want to do a bigger budget commercial. So our team was stoked and we got to work right away. Our only request from the client was for us to actually use this pickup truck that you can see in the commercial. Besides that, the client really gave us full creative freedom, which is always so fun for us to be able to just get to the drawing board, see what we can do, what we can come up with, and how we can create something for this brand. So with that being said, I did want to take you into some of the pre-production of this project. Pre-production was super important. As a producer on this project, I was basically tasked with finding locations, making sure that we had talent, getting a crew, rentals, the whole thing. So right from the get-go, we were faced with some big challenges because we were actually trying to find a location that would be ideal for this commercial. Now, being in Miami, you would think that we would have access to all types of beaches whenever we'd want, but it's actually quite the opposite. We were actually trying to find a beach that would allow us to drive our pickup truck right onto the sand, close enough to the water where we can actually get it in the shot. And because of the ways the beaches are set up here, a lot of parking lots and curbs are in the way. And honestly, because we were shooting this in June and July, this was right in the middle of turtle nesting season. So a lot of the beaches just didn't allow us to put any sort of vehicle on the actual beaches until after October. So this was really an obstacle for us because this was really the one and only request that our client really wanted, to have his pickup truck be in the commercial. And the only way we could actually do that is if we were able to actually drive the vehicle on to the beach and the sand. So after a lot of phone calls, a lot of emails, and a lot of different conversations with people in the county and the city, we're finally able to secure a location down in Key Largo. Although this was a little bit further than what we would have liked, it still served the purpose what we were looking for, and it was actually the perfect location for this production. A few other things that we had to do in pre-production was obviously talent casting and finding some equipment rentals that we needed. We didn't really need anything too extraordinary for this project. We did rent a hostess tray, some 8x diffusions, and some other basic things like C-stands and sandbags, a few other things just to hold things down. Besides that, we were really using a lot of daylight and natural light because we were shooting early in the morning. So we didn't really need a lot of extra lighting. We did have some nan light, Pavo tubes, and some other panel lights if we needed them. But for the most part, we were really using a lot of the natural lighting that we had. As for talent, we didn't really have the budget to go through a direct talent agency. We were still able to secure some talent that were available and down for this project, and it was a lot of fun, and they had a blast. So something I would like to mention that was really important for this project, or really any production for any matter, is scheduling. Now, scheduling was extremely key for this project just because we were shooting outdoors and we really had to pay attention to the direction and the location of the sun. Depending on the time and the different shots that we wanted to get, we really needed to schedule certain shots earlier or later based on the location and the type of sun that we were getting. So this was extremely important, and scheduling is always just a good idea for everyone to be on the same page, know what kind of shots we're getting at what time, knowing when to break for lunch, knowing how long we have for lunch, and knowing how long we have for some of these shots to be able to actually accomplish the shot list that we have and really cross everything off our list. We are on set today for a commercial we're shooting for Johnny Cuba here in the beautiful Key Largo, Florida.
So I'm Leslie, I'm the director for this project, and it's been a really good day. We've gotten great weather. It just honestly feels like a beach day where we get to be filming with our friends. So really lucky to do what we get to do.
So as for crew, we did have a pretty solid crew for this project. However, There were some instances where some people had to wear different hats and move some C-stands and definitely just do some things that might have been outside of their role per se. But that comes with a lot of productions. Unless you're on these Hollywood 50, 60, 100 person crews, you know, there's really a lot of people just doing a lot of things and working in unison, which is always fun. But something that I really enjoyed about this shoot was that actually I was able to send out a quick social media post on our stories to see if there would be anybody that would actually want to just come along and be on our set. Sometimes you can do this depending on the client if they allow it, and in this case they did. So it was a lot of fun having a few people from film schools locally that wanted to get some on-set experience to actually be able to help us out and just give us some extra hands to be able to do what we wanted to do. That was definitely a plus, and I recommend anybody that are hosting productions or have any shoots coming up, if your client allows, I think it's super cool for you to do that.
I'm a PA on this project. I'm having a great day so far. I'm a film student at UM, so I was really interested in getting on like a professional film set and just seeing how things roll. I'm having a blast on this project. I'm glad I'm here.
Now, another challenge that we did have for this production, since I had mentioned before, we were actually shooting in a location that was a little bit further away than what we were used to. We didn't necessarily have the budget to stay overnight, so we really had to just wake up as early as we could to make it there in time. Our call time was 5 a.m. and I believe we had to wake up around 3:30 to actually make it in time. So everyone was a bit sluggish in the morning, but nothing a good cup of coffee can't fix. So because of that, we were actually able to reverse some of these shots, and some of the sunset kind of shots that we were looking to get, we actually did reverse, and we shot those in the sunrise because of the location of the beach and where the sun was actually rising from instead of setting. And that light can be very similar, and is easily reversible, and we were actually able to use that for our edit. So as for day 2, this was a much more relaxed day. Really all we needed to do was get a few shots of our talent in the car, kind of mimicking a driving scene where we had a few cars parked and some of our team kind of just inching our way up and down to mimic a traffic scene. And we just got some mediums, some wides, and some tight shots of that, and we really called it a wrap. And that was the end of this Johnny Cuba commercial. This was an extremely fun production, and our client was extremely happy with the final product, as were we. And as a producer, that's all I can really ask for. So hope you guys enjoyed being on set with us and seeing some of the behind the scenes of this commercial project. If you guys like this type of video, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to do more of these, and if you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and I can't wait to produce some more videos for you guys. So peace.
Works for a last company, I work for it. And from you sees which girl you know he's a bandit, that same Mr. Mac. Lord, Lord, Mr. Mac falling, Mr. Mac falling. You, Mr. Mac, Mr. Mac, Mr. Mac. Mr. Mac, Mr. Mac. Aha, you, Mr. Mac, Mr. Mac, Mr. Mac.